See, the word itself is self-explanatory. Autism, right? Word अपने आप को ही explain करता है. Auto means self, and ism is when you are in yourself. You are disconnected. You are not connected to the other world other than you. That's autism. अगर मैं simple भाषा में बोलूँ तो, हालांकि ये neurological disorder है. और ऑटिज्म इज अ स्पेक्ट्रम ऑल्सो. इसमें हम सिर्फ एक ऑटिज्म नहीं बोलते, हम इसको पूरा स्पेक्ट्रम बोलते हैं. एक्सट्रीमिटीज इसकी बहुत डिफरेंट डिफरेंट लेवल पे होती हैं. देयर आर नंबर्स ऑफ डिसऑर्डर्स कम अंडर इट. ASD, ऑटिज्म स्पेक्ट्रम डिसऑर्डर, PDD, परवेसिव डेवलपमेंटल डिसऑर्डर्स, and there are Asperger syndromes, there are fragile X syndrome.
Hello everyone, I'm Jitendra Singh, banker turned entrepreneur, author of the book Perfect Mastering the Art of Selling. I welcome you to read my story where I interview authors, speakers, coaches, celebrities, entrepreneurs, and more. Today I have with me Miss Monica Dinesh. She has done B.Sc in biology, MSc in psychology, and also done Diploma, B.Ed and M.Ed in special education. She has more than 24 years of experience in the field of special education, and out of which 15 years were in the arena of inclusion with an aim of uplifting of education, utilizing expertise in the social, educational and psychological development of children with special needs, and also to enhance their self-worth as well as make them a valuable member of the society. Her passion in life is to work towards the inclusion of children with special needs and economical unprivileged children in every sphere of their life, to be education, occupation or social. With this objective, Astitav was born. Astitav is helping more than 45 children at present with and without disability. Astitav will provide them speech, occupation, psychotherapy, computer training, therapies and counselling. She has worked with CBSE, NCERT, SCERT, Delhi and NUEPA by taking part in training seminars and workshops as a resource person and modifying curriculums. She takes lectures and workshops on various topics in schools and teachers training programs as well. She is working as a principal Anath Center for Learning Development and also Director Astitav Center for Empowerment. Today she will be discussing with us about her life journey. So let us hear from her. Welcome Monica ma'am, the platform is open and now over to you.
Namaste. Namaste, Jitendra. Thank you so much for connecting with me. Thank you very much. And thank you for such a huge and very descriptive introduction. Thank you very much.
Pleasure to have you here, ma'am. First thing I'd like to know from you is when you were growing, how did your past life has affected the person who you wanted to be in your life and what you are today?
Yeah, that's, I think when in your childhood, everybody has different dreams and different scenario. And of course, the profession which I have chosen was not existed at the time when I was a kid. We never know about the special education or a special educator. In fact, none of us of our age group have heard about it. So in India, the culture and the this field is very upcoming and very new. And when I was a kid, I thought that I would be, like other children. I would be a police person after seeing Kiran Bedi, or I would be a pilot, or I wanted some adventure in my life. I wanted to do something which is adventurous. So that's what I thought I will be. But as time passed, and I realized that where my heart lies, and that's why I chose this field. And coming to this field is also a very personal story. One of my first cousin, my chacha's daughter, was with special needs. And after seeing her, I thought that why she is not going to school, why she cannot go to school, why she doesn't have any place where she can go like other children. So that was the that can be the thing which pushed me to work in this field. So that's how I came here, and I think everything is predestined. So at that time, my father were four brothers and four sisters, and we have a huge bunch of cousins all together. But I thought that It was only me who thought in that way, and God had decided a path for me, and He has shown me that light and told me that this is the path you have to walk on, and I
Right.
just decided what it will be.
That's really an important field to choose these days because there are so many kids need help support from special educators. And at our point in time, like when we were growing, when we were young, we used to have children with disabilities or children with requiring a special need or special education, but there were hardly any support available at that point in time. So either they have to drop their schools or probably suffer in another way that they have to go to school, but nobody was accepting them as a co-student. So, ma'am, if I talk about things you are passionate about in your life, what are those things?
Number one, children. I'm passionate about children. I'm passionate about their education. I'm passionate about empowering people, and I feel that people ask me, you don't get tired, you work from the morning till evening. But I think when you're following your passion, then you don't feel tiredness or you don't feel that fatigue. And for that purpose, when I talk to the children, when I take the sessions, when I am inside the classroom, when I'm with the kids, I feel that I'm getting that energy, I'm getting that positive energy from them, and trust me, our kids with special needs are so innocent. Their love is so pious, they teach you the way how to live, what should be the life is about. They don't know manipulations, they don't know, there is nothing जिसे हम कहते हैं ना बाहरी पाखंड या आडंबर या अपने आप को अलग से दिखाना, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं होता. What is inside, that is outside. If they are angry, they will show that they are angry. If they are happy, they will show that they are happy. So
Yes.
this is one thing I have learned from them, and this is what my passion is. उसके अलावा मुझे लगता है कि I like Hindi songs a lot. So that is listening Hindi music is one of the my, what should I say? It's stress reliever for me. And reading stories, reading novels, and gardening, and of course my pets. I have 3 cats, and I love them all. So these are my passion, and I love dancing also. So music and dancing go hand in hand. So there's nothing to say about it. And cooking, something, creating new thing is what I like.
Great. So, cat lovers are increasing these days, actually.
Yeah, and I belong to a place, उत्तराखंड, जहाँ पे ना जानवर और प्लांट्स, इनके बगैर मतलब हमारी जिंदगी ना नीरस होती है. अगर हमारे आसपास डॉग्स और कैट्स और काउज नहीं हो और पौधे नहीं हो, तो हमें लगता है हम शायद वी आर नॉट लिविंग, वी आर हाफ अलाइव.
Right, right. That is like what everybody needs is actually. So
Yeah,
plants is the necessity, but adopting animal is one good cause because you are
that's
supporting other creature which cannot support themselves as like we do. So that's really important and wonderful thing. If I
thank
talk about
you.
your work and experiences, like how you started your career, what all you did so far.
Okay. When I did my graduation and I came to Delhi after my marriage, I started working in radio, FM Rainbow. उस time पे ये मिर्ची विर्ची private channels में हुआ करता था. So I worked there for 2 years, and there were 2 programs in the week I was doing. One was 0 Hour Show. So that I worked with them for 2 years. Then I was working as a medical representative with Catla Healthcare. I worked with 3Cs. So that's how. But one day, when my daughter was just 8 months old, I was reading the newspaper and I saw that there is an advertisement of diploma in special education. For at that time, it used to be called mentally challenged. So abhi the term has been changed. अब हम disability नहीं बोलते, handicap नहीं बोलते, दिव्यांग बोलते हैं, and this terminology is changing a lot. And now mentally challenged are called intellectually disabled. So I saw that advertisement and I thought that this is what I wanted to do since my childhood. यही तो था जो मैं चाहती थी. And I applied for that course. And I'm talking about this is year back in 1997. So I went there, I appeared for the test and interview, I got selected, and you won't believe that government paid me 150 rupees stipend to do that course.
that
So
was that was really huge.
yeah. So I'm trying to say that I'm that from antique, but I'm an antique. So that old I am in this field. So that's how I came into the field, and after that I left everything and I totally dedicated myself to the field. and I really love this, and I feel that till my last breath I should be doing this.
Right. That's really wonderful. And you also started your own NGO, I guess.
Yes, Astitav is an NGO. I started my journey with the Tamanna Special School, which is in Delhi, and I worked there for 6 7 years. And after that, I went to St. Mary's School Dwarka. I headed their special education department, and I really felt very happy, and I feel myself fortunate that both the places were the places which have which have given me the impact. Number one, training. Number two, positive experiences. Number three, and lots of learning about the field. So
Right.
both Tamanna is properly special school and St. Mary's is an inclusive school. So I got the both the experiences एंड आइडियाज एंड जो चीज यहाँ हो सकती है वो वहाँ कैसे अप्लाई हो सकती है, कैसे बच्चों की लाइफ और बेटर की जा सकती है. एंड आई गॉट लिबर्टी इन बोथ द प्लेसेस टू एक्सपेरिमेंट, to do whatever I felt is right and good for the children. Only thing is I had to explain it to my seniors. They should also feel the same way that I am feeling. So that was the thing, and I'm really thankful to both the places for giving me this opportunity.
Great. So, ma'am, if I talk about your vision, mission, and goal in life for next 5 to 10 years from now, so what are the things you would like to work during this period?
Okay. So, see Jitendra, what I really feel जो मेरा objective है, that is to establish a school for diverse learners, which should be having all the facilities to empower them. चाहे वो थेरेपेटिक हो जो हम अभी भी कर रहे हैं, बट आई वांट टू मेक इट एट द वर्ल्ड क्लास लेवल. अभी तो हम जितने भी हमारे पास लिमिटेड रिसोर्सेज है हमने उससे शुरुआत करी है, बट आई वांट कि वो उस लेवल का हो जाए जहाँ पे विच कैन बी अ मॉडल फॉर एवरीबडी दैट स्कूल हो तो इस तरीके का होना चाहिए. सो आई वांट टू एम्पावर नॉट ओनली द स्पेशल नीड्स, आई वांट टू एम्पावर द अंडर प्रिविलेज किड्स. फॉर दैट वी हैव ऑलरेडी स्टार्टेड अ प्रोजेक्ट. हमारे स्कूल में कुछ बच्चे ऐसे हैं जो पे नहीं भी कर पाते, कुछ बच्चे ऐसे हैं जो पे कर भी पाते हैं. सो व्हाट वी आर डूइंग, थोड़ा सा जो पे कर पाते हैं उनका ही लेकर के हम जो अंडर पेइंग बच्चास है, वी आर स्पॉन्सरिंग देम फ्रॉम द स्कूल साइड ऑल्सो. वी वांट टू मेक एन इंक्लूसिव सोसाइटी. वी वांट अ सोसाइटी वेयर एवरीबडी शुड बी वेलकम, and especially for the our disabled, so-called disabled or divyang bachas, intellectually disabled bachas. So this society should be able to open their arms and should accept them with warmth, whatever जैसे अगर हम उनको वैसे ही एक्सेप्ट करें और
Right.
उनको वो रिस्पेक्ट मिले, उनका वो डिग्निटी मेंटेन रहे, उनका प्रेस्टीज वैसे ही मेंटेन रहे जैसे आपका और हमारा. So this is what my aim is, and I am planning. I think this is what my dream is, to make a residential setup for the adults with special needs. I don't want to make any kind of hostel. I want to make a proper residential setup. एक ऐसा complex हो जहाँ हमारे बच्चे with special needs are, adults with special needs are living, like you and me are living in our communities. So they should be
Right.
living. They should decide what should be in the dinner. Where should they go for the Saturday Sunday chutti? How should they plan their vacation? They should be independent enough to take care of themselves, including their finances. Of course, we will be there to support them and supervise them, so that. और जब हम ये काम कर रहे हैं ना, काम करते करते आपको और सारी चीजें पता लगती है. Once you are starting work, then you understand the need of the hour. तो हमें लगता है कि जो बच्चे हैं, देयर आर सो मेनी पेरेंट्स, क्योंकि अब ये सिस्टम हो गया एक बच्चा या दो बच्चा, सो दिस वन बच्चा शुड नॉट बी डिपेंडेंट ऑन द सिबलिंग, एंड सिबलिंग ऑल्सो शुड नॉट फील प्रेशर कि मुझे अभी इसको देखना पड़ेगा थ्रू आउट माई लाइफ. सो देयर शुड बी दैट स्पेस. और पेरेंट्स को भी ये ना लगे, बिकॉज वंस दे आर ग्रोइंग ओल्ड दे विल बी नीडिंग सपोर्ट, एंड वी नो दैट आवर चाइल्ड विल नॉट बी एबल टू सपोर्ट देयर पेरेंट्स एज यू एंड मी आर डूइंग. सो there will be a place for these parents also, where we will be supporting as they expect from their kids. So all the medical support and everything will be borne by us. This is what my dream is. I don't know when it will be, but I feel 10 साल में तो हो जाना चाहिए.
Right, and there are people working on similar thoughts also. Like I have interviewed few people on my platform who are working on these areas very, very aggressively. So one of the name is Mr. Amarjeet Singh Anand. So he is from Punjab. He is working for I think more than 20-25 years on this issue, like children with special needs or children with disability, and he is a
Hmm.
very prominent active worker on this area in Punjab. So
Hmm.
he is really working hard on this thing, and there are people like you, many more people working on these areas. Definitely, this would be a concept which can be possible, and also the livelihood can be created around that place, so
Yeah,
they
yeah,
need
yes,
not
yes.
to travel long for their office or maybe for their work areas, and
Yeah.
smaller society can be built in so that they can work together and make some products which we can sell in the market also.
Yeah, we are still running a vocational unit. We have a
Yeah.
vocational unit where our kids are making product, and I'm very proudly, I should say that this Diwali Mela and this the last year, our products were really appreciated a lot by the people. And it was
Right.
not, it was they said that it was not sold because they are made by special needs or an NGO, but the product were really useful. So that was I thought is my first victory, that they are not buying it only for to do charity. They will be using it. So
Correct.
that's one thing which is very, very important, I think so, because when I
And
talk about equality or dignity, it should also consider there.
and society can also collaborate to support these type of initiative in terms of
Yeah.
like buying these product and using them. You rightly
Yes.
pointed out. So if I talk about the most important learnings from your personal and professional journey so far, so what are those things?
There are a lot of learnings. There are a lot of learning. As we say that every day we learn something or the other. But there are few things which I feel that very, very important I learned. As I already mentioned, जब आप काम करना शुरू करते हैं, you get into the life. When you start living your life, you learn many things. So one thing is, it has happened a lot of times that people try to take advantage of you in whatever way. It can be emotional, it can be financial, it can be whatever way. So earlier I used to get upset about it. I used to feel that this is wrong, this is what they are doing. But now I have learned that whatever they are doing is with them, and whatever I am doing is with me. I thought many times, जब मुझे लगता था कि I am emotionally hurt or I am financially exploited, तो मुझे लगता था कि यार ये क्या है, I should fight against that, I thought. But now I think that कोई फायदा नहीं है. What I am doing is for myself. Whatever I am working is for me. Whatever I am doing is for my life, for my sake, for my happiness. If they are happy in doing that, let them be happy. But that happiness will not persist. I should not give that liberty to anybody to snatch my happiness and my dignity. So I am very much sure about it that now nothing such things doesn't affect me anymore. तो चाहे लोग मुझे इमोशनली हर्ट करें या किसी और तरीके से एक्सप्लॉइट करने की कोशिश करें, मुझे फर्क नहीं पड़ता, बिकॉज नाउ आई हैव अंडरस्टूड इट. अभी मुझे ये भी पता होता है कि द पर्सन हु इज सिटिंग ऑपोजिट टू मी इज ट्राइंग टू होते हैं बहुत सारे तरह के लोग होते हैं. अभी भी लोग आते हैं, they take admission, they don't pay, and after that they go. But I never call them again कि आपका फीस due है. I never tell them because I know कि कितना कितना करके चला जाएगा. What is that? It's with him, so it's okay. I'm doing it for myself. I'm doing it for my happiness. I feel happy being with the kids, so that's important for me. यही मेरा earning है, I guess. So my kids are improving. That is what more important for me.
And also
So this is
one
what
thing
I'm doing.
people also one thing people should understand that if they have like children with the disability or any kind of problem, and if they would have a child with normal abilities, everything normal, they were willing to pay for that child. Why not for
Yeah.
this one? So that is also a thing they should also see themselves what impact they are creating directly or indirectly. So what that impact can be very important for their life. So that is correct. Sometimes if they are not able to pay, then it is fine. People having low income and they are not
Yeah.
able to go for special education or for these kind of children, then we can
Exactly.
understand that issue problem area. But if they
Yes.
have the paying capacity and they are not paying for it, then there is an issue with their mindset.
One more thing, what I have felt in this, after being in this area, there are parents, who are discriminating disability to disability. कई सारी parents आते हैं बोलते हैं आपके बच्चे तो बहुत ज्यादा, मैडम बहुत ज्यादा इनमें प्रॉब्लम है, मेरा बच्चा तो बिल्कुल ठीक है, तो यहाँ पर आएगा तो ये प्रॉब्लम हो सकता है, वो प्रॉब्लम हो सकता है. आई सेड सी बीइंग इन दिस फील्ड आई कैन नॉट डिस्क्रिमिनेट डिसेबिलिटीज, राइट. आई कांट से कि इस बच्चे में ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम है, आई विल नॉट वर्क विद दैट.
Correct.
आप ये क्यों सोच रहे हैं? When you'll go to the regular school, those parents are also going to say the same thing to your child, that this child has this problem, I will not send my children. Then what will be your intake? So we have to understand, we have to stand together for the for this. If we want to make any changes, any improvement in our children's life, we have to understand that we have to stand together, otherwise it's very difficult. We are not going to win anything.
Obviously.
So this is very very wrong mentality, or what should I say? I don't know what to say. कैसे कैसे कहते हैं मुझे ये भी समझ में नहीं आता. This is really wrong.
Correct. They see everything financially, economically.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they feel sometimes that if they spend their earnings on the child, which is normal, so they will get returns. But on the other
Yeah,
side,
investment है ना वो तो.
वो in that they see as an investment. But on the other
Yeah.
side, if they do spending on the child with disability, they don't see that they would be getting this return. That mindset needs to change actually.
Exactly.
So
I mean बहुत सारी चीजें हैं जो चेंज होने की जरूरत है. हो रहा है लेकिन it is going to take more time,
will
lot
take
of
more
time.
time. And any other learning from your personal like environment or maybe other thing apart from this?
One thing which is personal is don't give, किसी को भी इतना पावर मत दो कि वो आपसे आपकी खुशी छीन सके. So keep that power in your hand. If you are giving them those power, then you are going to be always in sorrows. So your happiness is your responsibility, and you should be the master of your happiness. So that is one thing
Right.
which I think it is very important for everybody's life.
Otherwise, they will
So
control your emotions, your
Yeah.
like happiness, everything.
Yes.
So we are
And this I have learned very hard.
right, and it is important thing to learn like as soon as possible, because people are there to like use your happiness. So ma'am, if I talk about autism, like what exactly autism is and what impact it has on children or maybe adult also.
Yes, we always forget about adults. Yeah, that's important. See, the word itself is self-explanatory. Autism, right? Word अपने आप को ही explain करता है. Auto means self, and ism is when you are in yourself. You are disconnected. You are not connected to the other world other than you. That's autism. अगर मैं simple भाषा में बोलूँ तो, हालांकि ये neurological disorder है. और ऑटिज्म इज अ स्पेक्ट्रम ऑल्सो. इसमें हम सिर्फ एक ऑटिज्म नहीं बोलते, हम इसको पूरा स्पेक्ट्रम बोलते हैं. एक्सट्रीमिटीज इसकी बहुत डिफरेंट लेवल पे होती है. देयर आर नंबर्स ऑफ डिसऑर्डर्स कम अंडर इट. ASD, ऑटिज्म स्पेक्ट्रम डिसऑर्डर, PDD, परवेसिव डेवलपमेंटल डिसऑर्डर्स, and there are Asperger syndromes, there are fragile X syndrome, there are a number of things which comes into autism. But नाम आप कुछ भी दीजिए, the problem is the child or the person is, it remains itself, right? तो सोसाइटी से कैसे सोशल इंटरेक्शन करना है, कैसे सोसाइटी के रूल्स और रेगुलेशंस को समझना है, कैसे उनके साथ कोप करना है. और जब हम सोसाइटी की बात करते हैं, सोशल इंटरेक्शन की बात करते हैं, तो डेफिनेटली उसमें कम्युनिकेशन भी इन्वॉल्व होता है. सो उनको कम्युनिकेशन में इश्यूज आ सकते हैं, उनको कम्युनिकेट करना नहीं आता, उनके लैंग्वेज में बैरियर्स होते हैं, देयर वोकैबुलरी इज नॉट गुड, दे डोंट नो हाउ टू एक्सप्रेस देमसेल्व्स. सोशलाइजेशन डेफिनेटली उनका प्रॉब्लम होता ही है. सो दीज थिंग्स आर कोरिलेटेड. कई सारी बार ऐसा भी होता है कि ऑटिज्म में जो बच्चे होते हैं दे आर अबव एवरेज इंटेलिजेंट, और कई सारी बार ऐसा होता है कि दे आर एवरेज इंटेलिजेंट और बिलो एवरेज इंटेलिजेंस उनका रहता है. सो उसी हिसाब से कैटेगरी भी डिवाइड होती है. इन ऑटिज्म वी हैव सीन अ वेरी बिग issue in sensory and sensory integration also. We all know that we have 5 senses. 6 sense भी होता है, 7 sense भी होता है. So they have problems with senses also. Like they can be hypersensitive to few senses or they can be hypersensitive to the senses. So वो उनको कैसे manage करना है? Because when their sensory needs are not fulfilled, definitely it will be exhibited in terms of behavior. When they are not able to communicate to you, probably see, if I'm feeling hungry, that's a discomfort in my body, right? And I'm not able to express to you, and you are not able to understand. So how, what will be the impact? There will be crying, there will be shouting, there will be throwing things, and at times we feel कि बच्चा बहुत बदतमीज है, बच्चा, but the problem is lying somewhere inside it. We have to understand that. So ऐसे बहुत सारी चीजें हैं ऑटिज्म को, थोड़े से शब्दों में कह पाना बड़ा मुश्किल हो जाता है. अगर मैं बोलना शुरू करूंगी तो बोलती ही चली जाऊंगी ऑटिज्म के बारे में. तो ऐसे बहुत सारी चीजें हैं. और ऑटिज्म को आप ना, लाइक सी, इफ आई से दैट द चाइल्ड इज एवरेज, तो हम समझ सकते हैं कि उसका हर चीज में एक किस तरीके का रहा होगा. या हम ये कहते हैं कि बच्चा बहुत एक्सीलेंट है, बहुत इंटेलिजेंट है, तो वी नो दैट एकेडमिकली द चाइल्ड इज डूइंग वेरी वेरी गुड. बट ऑटिज्म में यू कैन नॉट predict anything. Autism is very mysterious. और ऑटिज्म जो है उसके बारे में आप बहुत ज्यादा, किसी बच्चे को अगर ऑटिज्म है तो आप उसके बारे में किसी तरह की भविष्यवाणी नहीं कर सकते. यू नेवर नो कब क्या क्लिक कर जाए. दे आर वेरी गुड विद कंप्यूटर्स, दे आर वेरी गुड विद डिजाइनिंग, दे आर वेरी गुड विद असेंबलिंग, मतलब कोई भी चीज जहाँ पे बहुत ज्यादा लैंग्वेज इन्वॉल्व नहीं होती है, दे आर प्रूवन अ वेरी गुड लर्नर इन दोज पर्टिकुलर थिंग्स. बट वेयर एवर द लैंग्वेज इज इन्वॉल्व, वहां पे फिर उनका लर्निंग स्लो होता हुआ दिखाई देता है. एट टाइम्स वी हैव सीन कि बच्चे का, व्हाट वी हैव ऑब्जर्व कि बच्चों का हम पूरा असेसमेंट करते हैं तो हमें मोटर मसल्स में कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं नजर आती, फेस के मसल्स में कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं नजर आती, एट टाइम्स कॉग्निशन में भी कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं नजर आती, बट देन ऑल्सो द चाइल्ड इज नॉट स्पीकिंग, right? So but मतलब there are so many things which make you surprise every day. और कभी कभी हमें लगता है, जैसे कई बार हमारे साथ ऐसा हुआ है कि we thought the child is not able to speak but suddenly starts speaking after so many years. So autism is a mystery and it unfolds to you very gradually and at times suddenly. You say कि ये नहीं हो सकता और वो हो जाता है. So for every, I should say that you should not leave doing your efforts. You don't know when the things are going to turn. कभी भी कुछ भी possible है. Autism is something very very strange, very mysterious. Autism is a mystery.
Right.
This is what. Yes.
So we can say that they are more creative on when it comes to like drawing, painting, or any form of thing where discipline is required.
It depends on their interest. If you have or anytime you have interacted with a child with autism or adult with autism, so they are so sharp. If they are interested in one particular thing, like one of my child is interested in dinosaur. मतलब इतना तो आप भी नहीं जानेंगे जितना वो डायनासोर के बारे में जानता है. One is crazy about space. इतनी सारी चीजें जो मुझे ही नहीं पता है. मतलब मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि क्वांटम फिजिक्स भी पढ़ा देगा वो हमें बैठा करके. So he knows so much about things. You will be surprised to know there was one of my students. What type of question he used to raise? मैम, ये जितना भी लिक्विड वाला चीज है इनका कंटेनर राउंड क्यों है? मिल्क, ही वाज सीइंग अ मिल्क कंटेनर, वो जो ट्रक आते हैं ना, वो दैट वाज स्फेरिकल. वो राउंड क्यों है? कैन यू इमेजिन सच क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम अ 7-8 years old boy? So it's strange and at times you get really surprised. कई बार ऐसा होता है कि आपको खुद को आंसर, मतलब we don't know everything, we have to accept it. हमें खुद उनके लिए फिर ढूंढने पड़ते हैं आंसर. अच्छा ये क्या है, इसका आंसर क्या है? So one of my child was so smart. There is one syndrome called Savant syndrome. In Savant syndrome, there is one specific area which is on the very extreme high level. So one of my child was so smart with autism कि आप जितनी देर में आप उससे डेट पूछेंगे ना, आप कोई भी डेट आप पूछिए उससे, तो जितनी देर में आप अपना कैलेंडर स्क्रॉल करेंगे उससे पहले वो आपको बता देगा. ही विल टेल यू अबाउट द डे. तो कभी कभी हम लोग भूल जाते हैं कि अच्छा उस दिन क्या हुआ था, तो ही विल टेल यू दैट इट वाज दिवाली मैम, इट वाज हिज बर्थडे मैम, इट वाज दैट मैम. So he was so close to the calendar.
Right. So his memory is really sharp.
Yeah, but only with calendars, huh?
Great. So that is one form of like saving things in terms of memory.
Yeah,
that's really
I don't know
wonderful.
how he used to do. Matlab, if you ask him that 8.10.76, he'll tell you the date. He'll tell you the day. आप उससे कोई भी डेट पूछिए, फटाफट बताएगा. So one of my child had made up a drawing in this school, and he told me that this is anywhere portal. This is anywhere portal. You can go inside the portal, or his imagination is super, super. We can't imagine what they are thinking. So
Right.
we बहुत सारी चीजें होती है. And at times I feel empowered when I talk to them कि हाँ ये कराया जा सकता है. So what we are planning for this boy as a vocation, because he draws he draws very well. So we are planning to make his comic books. Let's see how we will be able to do it. Maybe you can help us in that also.
Sure, sure. So, ma'am, if I talk about further onto this, so how special education can help these children and make them lead a better life?
Yeah. You know what special education is? According to me, is special education is education. Only thing is, एक जो पर्टिकुलर हमारा एक वे ऑफ टीचिंग चला आ रहा है, और एक कॉन्क्रीट करिकुलम चला आ रहा है, उसको ही इधर उधर करना होता है. दैट्स स्पेशल एजुकेशन. वी हैव टू फाइंड आउट द वेज, द वे द चाइल्ड कैन लर्न. क्लास में क्या होता है, टीचर आता है, करिकुलम पढ़ाता है और चला जाता है. अभी बच्चे ने कैसा सीखा, कैसा नहीं सीखा, दैट्स व्हाट द चाइल्ड इज नॉट. इफ द चाइल्ड इज नॉट एबल टू परफॉर्म टू द एक्सपेक्टेड लेवल, we tell them that child is not able to do it. So we have to find the other way how the child will be able to do it. That is special education. And I feel special education is the technique, is the way which help children to learn according to their pace, according to their potential, according to their abilities and their requirement. So that's what special education is. And special education is not consist only the academic part. Special education has got many areas. It helps you in improving gross motor, fine motor, eye-hand coordination. It improves language, speech, vocabulary, socialization, एक्टिविटीज ऑफ डेली लिविंग. आपको कपड़ा पहनना से लेकर के, खाना खाना से लेकर के, इवन टॉयलेटिंग, एवरीथिंग इज इंक्लूडेड इन स्पेशल एजुकेशन. सो द रोल ऑफ स्पेशल एजुकेशन इज really wide and vast when we talk about the children with special needs and autism. So even in autism, they are visual learners. Most of the kids, as I told you, that language unka itna strong hota nahi hai. So how they are learning? They are learning through visuals. So this is what we have वो क्या बोलते हैं उसको, एक तोड़ निकाल लिया है कि विजुअल लर्नर्स होते हैं. सो देयर शेड्यूल इज पोस्ट, and they are very structured also. Let me tell you, they are very structured. So you have to tell that this is the schedule for the day. अभी हम ये करेंगे, इसके बाद ये करेंगे, इसके बाद ये करेंगे, इसके बाद ये करेंगे. If they are fixed, they are so perfect. If they are doing something, they will not leave that work until it is complete. So that's the qualities. That's the qualities. See, everybody knows the negative, but there are positives also. So we have to see the positive, right? तभी हम कर भी सकते हैं. उसी पॉजिटिविटी को, उसी स्ट्रेंथ को यूटिलाइज करना है हमें, टू मेक देम इंडिपेंडेंट. हाउ वी कैन मेक देम, दैट्स द अल्टीमेट एरिया, है ना. हम बच्चों जो सो कॉल्ड न्यूरोटिपिकल बच्चे हैं, उनके लिए भी हम यही सोचते हैं ना. आफ्टर अ सर्टेन पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम they should be able to absorb in the society. They should be able to learn earn their living livelihood. This is what we are expecting for our kids also. And special education is playing a very, very important role, whether it may be any area of their life, including vocational, including training them in different areas. This is what special education is doing. And I think that is not only impacting the child's life, it is impacting parents and families' life as well. If the child is doing something, rather than creating only behavioral issues, उस behavioral issues को हम channelize करके हम उसको कुछ way out दे पा रहे हैं, वो behavioral issues कम हो रहे हैं और अच्छी चीजें सीख रहा है, तो ये parents और family के लिए भी तो अच्छा है. So special education is not only for the special child, but it's for everybody.
Correct. And after learning all these things, they can also work on their own. They can do something in their life as well. So that is the most important part, because they would not be dependent on someone. They would be having their independent life. So that's really important. And like moving from here again back to you, if I talk about you, are you an introvert or an extrovert kind of person when you meet people, or you have larger audiences?
See, I consider myself half of both. When it's a professional ground, I feel I am extrovert. When it is on the personal ground, I feel I am introvert. थोड़े थोड़े से ना autism के features मेरे अंदर भी है. I am scared of society. don't. I feel anxious when I have to go to attend some marriage function or some kind of celebration. I feel, oh God, फिर से जाना पड़ेगा. So that's something I feel for myself. But when it comes to professional ground, when it is any kind of seminar, any kind of interview, any kind of anything, then I'm definitely I feel no, I can do it. I am doing it. So this is what I feel. So कुछ चीजें सब चीज की है.
Right. And like if we see anybody, like we all have both aspects. Sometimes we are willing to be alone. Sometimes we are good at speaking on the forums and everything. So we are combination of both mostly. So if I talk about the kind of support you got, who were the people there to support?
From my childhood, my parents, especially my father. My father was my ideal. My father was the biggest support, the biggest strength. Then my husband. My husband was, before our marriage, we in a courtship since the beginning when we started meeting each other. Since then, he was, inspiration as well as the biggest support of my life, and now my daughters. So I am fortunate to have the close inner circle who is very positive and very supportive to me. So not only those, my in-laws, all of my in-laws, like my brother-in-laws and my sister-in-laws, they all are really, really supportive. They push me whenever I feel like I'm thak rahi hu, so they all push me to move ahead. So I'm really lucky. And then the second circle is of my friends. So वो मुझे ना देवानंद जी का एक गाना याद आता है, हर फक्र को धुएं में उड़ाता चला गया वाला. तो मुझे लगता है कि जो लोग मेरी लाइफ में फिट इन नहीं बैठते हैं, जो बहुत मुझे लगता है कि शायद वैसे तो सब लोग पॉजिटिव होते हैं, सब लोग नेगेटिव होते हैं, तो किसी किसी के लिए कोई पॉजिटिव है, किसी के लिए कोई नेगेटिव है. तो जो चीजें आपके लिए नेगेटिव है, आई थिंक आपको उनको ड्रॉप कर देना चाहिए. सो दिस इज व्हाट आई हैव लर्नड. और मैं वो हर फिक्र को धुआं में उड़ाता चला गया. सो आई लेफ्ट जो मेरे को लगता है कि मेरे साथ नहीं चल सकते हैं. सो आई स्टार्टेड लीविंग देम. सो आई एम सराउंडेड बाय द पॉजिटिव पीपल एंड गुड पीपल. सो दे ऑल आर माय सपोर्ट सिस्टम हु आर कनेक्टेड टू मी, राइट, including my parents. So my parents, those who tell me ki ma'am, you have been really helpful and you are doing this, and their trust, their motivation, their words really motivate me a lot to move ahead, to cross all the obstacles.
Correct. And that is the right way of seeing things in a positive way. Like people who are supportive, who are positive around you, you must work with them, you must carry with them. And people who are kind of negative or creating nuisance in your life, you always stay apart from them. That is the only thing best possible you can do. So wonderful thing. And if I talk about the kind of motivation and inspiration you get in your life, what are the ways?
I already told you, my kids are my motivation, right? My biological children and the children who are in my life, who are there in my school, who are there connected to me. And when I see my kids, my children now, those who are grown up, they are working with companies, they are working, they got selected to good colleges, they are going outside to study. So this all motivates me. तो सक्सेस और फेलियर सबकी जिंदगी में होता है, राइट. ऐसा नहीं है कि मेरे साथ सिर्फ सक्सेस स्टोरीज है. यू हैव टू, जब भी हम किसी सक्सेस की बात करते हैं तो उसके पीछे बहुत सारे फेलियर्स होते हैं. तो लेकिन हम, फेलियर्स आर फॉर योर लर्निंग, फेलियर्स आर योर लेसन्स, एंड सक्सेस इज योर एक्सपेक्टेशंस एंड योर ऑप्टिमिज्म. तो वो लर्न करके आपको एक ऑब्जेक्टिव तक पहुंचना है. तो सक्सेस इज योर ऑब्जेक्टिव एंड फेलियर इज योर लर्निंग. सो लर्न फ्रॉम देम and reach to the objective what you are seeing there. So this is what is very, very important, I feel. So this is what I have to say.
Right. And really whatever, wherever we reach, we have to like turn so many stones, we have to like cross so many ladders. That's the journey actually. So I was about to ask you about like what is your take on success, what do you feel about success?
Success is only that झंडा which you have to गाड़ो on Everest चढ़ने के बाद. तो तो आपको अपने पैरों के छाले या वो हार्श सिचुएशंस, वो खराब एक्सपीरियंसेस, आप सब कुछ भूल जाते हो जब आप सक्सेस की तरफ, जब आपको सक्सेस मिल जाता है. आई थिंक यही होना भी चाहिए. ग्रजेस लेकर के जिंदगी नहीं जी जा सकती. किसी के भी खिलाफ, तो आप जब वो आपको सक्सेस मिलता है, देन forget about all the challenges, only keep those experiences with you so that when next time those challenges come to your life, you are already prepared to fight with those challenges. So this is what success is for me. Success जो आपने काम किया है उसके लिए आपका रिवॉर्ड है. So that's success. तो जरूरी नहीं है कि आप हमेशा सक्सेस के लिए काम करें. काम करें आप अपने पैशन के लिए, काम करें आप अपने ऑब्जेक्टिव्स के लिए. सक्सेस तो आ ही जाएगा.
True. और यू राइटली पॉइंटेड आउट कि ग्रजेस लेके आप आगे तो बढ़ ही नहीं सकते कभी भी लाइफ में.
ट्रू. ग्रजेस का बोझा इतना ज्यादा हो जाता है कि आपके हाथ तो दो ही है ना. योर बॉडी इज वन, योर हेड इज वन. आप कितना उठा लोगे? सो इट्स अप टू यू. आप ग्रजेस उठाना चाहते हो या आप पॉजिटिविटी उठाना चाहते हो? आप एक्सपेक्टेशंस, आप होप्स, क्या क्या उठा सकते हो एक बार में? सो इट्स बेटर जितने नेगेटिव बैगेजेस है उनको रिमूव करते चले जाओ, उतारते चले जाओ. सो तभी आप आगे बढ़ोगे, नहीं तो बोझा के साथ तो आपका 2 कदम भी चलना मुश्किल.
Correct. So, if I ask you about your message, advice for our audience, so what would that be?
I think Jitendra, we have talked about the messages only. यही मैंने किया है. So I think the whole thing is this. अभी भी मैं यही कहूंगी, नंबर 1, डोंट गिव कंट्रोल ऑफ योर हैप्पीनेस टू एनीबडी. अपनी लाइफ का कंट्रोल किसी को देने का जरूरत नहीं है, स्पेशली फॉर द विमेन. आई वांट टू से डोंट गिव द कंट्रोल टू योर, किसी को भी नहीं, किसी को भी नहीं, नॉट इंक्लूडिंग योर हस्बैंड. सो योर लाइफ इज योर लाइफ. यू आर द मास्टर ऑफ योर लाइफ. यू हैव टू टेक अ कॉल हाउ यू वांट टू सी योर लाइफ, यू नो. इस फील्ड में मैंने स्पेशली देखा है, मदर्स, मतलब ठीक है परेशानी पूरी फैमिली के लिए इंक्लूडिंग फादर्स, बट हु इज द मोस्ट सफरर? यू नो, द मदर्स आर द मोस्ट सफरर्स. दे हैव टू लीव their jobs, they have to take the responsibility, they have to at times bear the blames कि बच्चा तेरी वजह से ऐसा है. यू नो, वी आर स्टिल लिविंग इन दैट सोसाइटी. सो बहुत सारी चीजें हैं जो मदर्स को करनी पड़ती हैं. सो माय एडवाइस फॉर द मदर्स इज टू टेक आउट सम टाइम इन दोज 24 आवर्स फॉर योरसेल्फ. 15 मिनट निकालो, आधा घंटा निकालो, 1 घंटा निकालो. आई मीन 15 मिनट्स इज ऑल्सो ओके फॉर यू टू रिजुविनेट योर एनर्जी, जो सिर्फ आपके हो. आपकी जिंदगी पे आपका भी कुछ हक है, और अपने बारे में सोचना इज नॉट बैड. तो थोड़ा सा अपने लिए, क्योंकि आप खुश रहेंगे तो आप अपनी फैमिली को, अपने बच्चे को खुश रख पाएंगे. सो दिस इज द मैसेज फॉर मदर्स एंड फॉर एवरीबडी इज डोंट कीप एनी ग्रजेस. और जो नेगेटिविटी आपके सामने आ रही है उसको छोड़ते चले जाए. डोंट गिव कंट्रोल टू एनीबडी एल्स. दिस इज व्हाट इज माय गुरु मंत्र. दिस इज for what I have thought of my life. Expect for the best and ready for the worst.
Correct. You rightly pointed out. सबसे important चीज जो है वो you need to understand your own self first, and like what exactly makes you happy. You should do that, and for how much time, that all depends on you. Like how much time you can extract from your busy schedule, but you should have your own time also.
Yes. Yes.
So I must say the discussion we had was really amazing. You shared so many things about autism. Not only that, but about your life journey also, how you started your career, what all you did so far. That was also really an inspiration, motivation to many people. Like how you started your journey and what you are working on, and also that will really help most parents to understand that the child who is having any kind of disability is also your own child, not the other people's. So you have to understand that if you are spending money on your normal child who have the abilities to do things on their own, you also need to spend same amount of time, energy and money on the child which have some disability, so that they can also do great in their life as well. So
time may be more, they have to spend time, may be more, they have to spend more time with the see, when we talk, I'm sorry, I cut your thing. When we talk about equality doesn't mean that कि सबको चार रोटी दे रहे हैं तो सबको, क्योंकि इक्वालिटी है तो मेरे को अगर 2 रोटी का भूख है, आई डोंट नीड 4 रोटी. दैट्स नॉट. अगर मेरे को सब्जी ज्यादा चाहिए तो यू हैव टू गिव मी दैट सब्जी ज्यादा.
correct,
Right.
correct.
That's what. जिसको जिसकी जरूरत है वो मिलना चाहिए. So this is what I think is important.
True. I was just pointing out that you should not see in a way that these child don't need to be
Yeah.
like spend money on. That
Yeah.
should not be the objective. They should be like treated well. They should have like spend on their education, their requirements in life. That is equally important, and it's all about mindset. If you have a right mindset towards your child, definitely you would help them to grow better.
True. Thank you. Thank you. You have said what I wanted to say. Thank you
Thank
so
you so
much.
much. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your time. You really shared so many things. I'll also share your social media link so that people can be in touch with you, take your help and guidance also. So, guys,
Thank
don't
you.
forget to check that out too. Thank you so very much, everyone, for watching and listening. I hope you all must have gathered a lot of information and enjoyed watching it. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Have a good time. Thank you, and bye bye.